Hi gorgeous! Today I want to share with you how I get what I like to call a salon blowout at home. Now I like to do this hair quite often because it gives me the smoothness, the bounciness that I love from a salon blowout, but I think my method is much easier because there's not a lot of round brushing involved. There's just a couple pieces of round brushing involved, and then I like to use a couple other things to give me the look. Now it's gonna look like it's a lot of steps because I'm trying to show you in depth each one of them so that you can recreate it, but really in real life this hairstyle from wet to this will take me no more than 20 minutes, which I love. So it's easy. It's definitely a go-to for me. And from this point forward, I mean, I can do whatever I want with my hair in the next couple of days because this will last me. The smoothness and bounciness will last me a couple of days, but I can also straighten it from here. I can curl it from here. I can put texturizing spray from here. I can do whatever I want from this point forward. This is kind of like a base. And I used to be one, I know it sounds terrible, but I used to be the kind of person that I used to go to my local salon back in the day when I used to live close to my favorite salon and get a blowout once in a while because it was just so easy for them to do it. But it's expensive. I don't have the time. I certainly don't have the time to drive 40 minutes to my hair salon now. I don't have a local one that I love. The one I like is a little bit further away, but that's what I'm going to stick to. And I want to recreate it myself. There's no reason why I can't. So I'm hoping this helps you, and let me know if it did, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Oh, wait, no bye. No. In with a tutorial. Too many things going on today. Okay, so I wanted to show you how to do this when my hair was really wet. Like I just came out of the shower, put my makeup on, and took my hair out of my little turby twisty towel here, because I think it's really important to remember that, or to know sort of what products you should put in your hair for what you're trying to achieve. For example, when I want to do a classic blowout, I go with very minimal products, nothing that gives me any sort of a crunch or any buildup at the roots, because it's not going to give me that voluminous, run my finger through it, soft, kind of blowout. But if I want to do sort of messier beachy waves and I want a lot of texture, then I like to put a mousse into the roots of my hair because that gives me that separation. So these are the products I like to use. I mean, these are the products I've been using. This I use no matter what, because this the It's a 10 Miracle Leave-In product, because this has like a bunch of stuff. It leaves your hair frizz free, or at least a little bit. It protects my hair color, repairs dry, damaged hair, adds shine and detangles, it controls frizz, seals and protects hair color, prevents split ends, yada yada yada, and it's also a thermal protectant, a heat protectant, so I don't have to worry about that. And I just sort of lift and spray. I probably should not have worn a black shirt, but it's okay, considering my hair is so dark, but that's all good. So I do that, and then you can see I have I have long layers in my hair. I'm actually going to get my hair done tomorrow, so I'm thinking about putting some more layers throughout because it's not as full and sort of doesn't move the way I would like it to because my layers have grown out. But my hair naturally has some body. My hair naturally has a wave to it. So if your hair is poker straight, it's going to look different. It's going to look different on everyone's hair depending on what your hair is like. So I am just going to brush all this out. Just do it as gently as possible. You can use a, what's that brush called that I have? Tangle Teaser. I have it in my bathroom right now, so I'm using this one, which is just a bedhead brush, a paddle brush, which I really like this one because it's really gentle. But I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. When I really want to brush hard, I lift. I'm looking into the viewfinder because it's the only mirror I have at the moment, so forgive me. I lift my hair and brush the bottom. That way I'm not pulling any hair from the roots. So I'm just going to continue to do that. I'm going to brush it all over. And then I like to, at this point, I like to add like an oil, like argan oil. I've been testing this out. This is the Bamboo Smooth Candy Oil Dry Mist Oil, and it's supposed to be like an oil, but just it's a spray oil, so it's a much finer mist. And I like to just sort of focus that on the very ends. I don't really bring it any higher because I definitely don't bring it up to the scalp because I don't want oiliness in my hair. Okay, smells amazing. So now you go ahead and you blow dry like you would normally, but you only want to blow dry till it's like 90% of the way dry. You don't want it fully dry. You want it 90% of the way there, and I will show you why in just a second. So I'm going to use my my blow dryer. This is an old one. I've had this for 12 years maybe. It's the Revlon Professional Styler. I don't know. I love this. It gets really hot. It works for me. So I'm going to go ahead, flip my head upside down, blow dry, flip it over, blow dry, however you like to do it. It's just as long as it's 90% of the way dry. So I took my necklace off because when I put my head upside down to blow dry, it just drove me nuts. It's 90% dry. It's still a little bit damp. So this is the time where I like to take the very, very crown. Let's see. Yep, the very crown like that. And I like to pin that out of the way because that's the only part really that I am going to round brush. Everything else, I'm going to use a really big, fat curling iron. That's not, hello, stay. So it might look wonky, but it's okay. Everything else, I'm going to use a big, fat curling iron. So because I can't do the whole, my hand gets tired after a while. But now this part, I want to blow dry till it's 100% dry. This I'm going to leave damp just like this. So I'm going to continue to blow dry this, and then we'll style it, make it look all good and pretty and flowy and all that stuff. I changed my shirt because I wanted you to be able to see it, and because this shirt was so dark against my black hair, I felt like you couldn't really see the final product. So I went ahead and got changed. So the bottom half now, this main part now is 100% dry. What I want to do is I want to separate that into two. Now this is taking me longer because I'm showing you step by step, but really this takes me no time at all. Blow drying my hair usually takes me 6 minutes tops, and then this I could just run through it in like 4 minutes. It takes no time, but it works every single time, and it looks good for a couple days. Then I like to take the bottom half, the bottom layer, split it in half. Have half on one side. You want to make sure it's nice and smooth. Half on the other. I'm sorry if I keep looking into the viewfinder, but since changing the room around, which I am just so in love with, I no longer have a big monitor here just yet to be able to see if I'm in focus. So I have to like pay attention to the viewfinder. Okay, the curling iron I'm using is this big fat one. This is like a 2-inch curling iron. Anything big like this is what you're looking for because you don't want curl. This is not going to give you curl. This is going to give you smoothness and bend, which is what you want, which is what I want when it comes to a blowout. So what I'm going to do now, I moved a little mirror here so I can see. I want big chunks. I don't want anything too small. So I would say maybe if you flatten it out, you want like a 1.5-inch section. And then you take the big curling iron. I always do this away from my face and just do one big curl all the way up to the root. So I do 2 sections on the side, 2 sections on the other, do the same thing on the middle layer. So do that, hold it for just a few seconds. Leave it, it's nice and smooth, and we'll smooth it out even better later with some product. And if you want to, you can do that just for smoothness, but the important thing here is that it's all one section, like one layer. You don't want like really big, thick bunches because it's not going to give you the smoothness. So I'm going to do the same thing on this side, same thing on the middle layer, and then I'll show you how I do the top. Okay, this is my last one. Gonna probably have to do three section on one side or whatever, it doesn't matter. Now that you have the 2 bottom layers curled, I like to just run my fingers through it, and then I like to just wrap it like a little bun and look loose bun and clip it. And I do shed like crazy, so Hopefully I'm not the only one. Now what I want to do to this top, first of all, very important thing I got to do is unplug my curling iron and plug in my blow dryer because I need my blow dryer back. And the reason why I do it backwards, start with the blow dryer, then move to the curling iron, and then go back to the blow dryer is because I want this to sit for a bit. All right. Hold on a second. I think I can hear my phone ringing. Never mind. Okay. So this part is still damp. Now what I like to do with this is round brush it, and I usually just do it in 3 sections. So I do the very back. This is a little bit thick, so you know, you might have to do it in more than 3 sections. It doesn't really matter, but this is the only part that I round brush, and I like to take that, put it away. And then the brush I like to use with it is this big fat one. It's from Brush Lab. I have no idea what the size is. I do think it's like the biggest one, but I love this one. And what I'm going to do, first of all, you want to brush it to make sure it's nice and smooth, even though it's still quite damp. You have to absolutely start with your brush at the root, because that's what's going to give you lift. And then go ahead and just round brush it going backwards. So let me turn this on and show you. You see how I'm going forward and now going up? If I go up, it's not going to give me any lift here. So I like to go forward, never up. Once it's dried, I like to just take it, wrap it around my finger. It doesn't have to be perfect, trust me. You just want this to cool. And I like to just clip it like that. And I'm going to do the same, exactly the same thing to the rest of my hair. Just bringing it forward and going back. Make sure it's all nice and smooth. And do as many layers, like I said, as you have to make sure you're not grabbing too much. And then I'll show you what it looks like when it's all done. And then I got one more step to do. Please don't be intimidated by the different steps, because it's really, really easy. And once you get the hang of it and use the brushes that you really like, and the kind of brushes that really work well for you, then it takes no time. So I'm going to continue to finish this up and show you what it looks like when it's done. Okay, just going to take these out. I took my front piece and my middle piece and clipped them together because it was just easy. And this is the thing about a blowout style hair style, I guess. It's not meant to be perfect. It's meant to just be smooth and have body and movement, and that's what I like about a blowout, and that's why I like to do it at home and recreate it at home, because it definitely makes you feel like $1,000,000, I'm not gonna lie, but it's not this like perfect thing that's gonna go this perfect way, it's gonna move this perfect, you know, it doesn't work like that. I always like to finish off my hairstyles for a nice smooth look with my bed head after party. I love this stuff. I've been using this for years, but you really only need a very, very small amount, and rub it between your hands and just do it like that. And then you can always sort of part it where you want to and move it where you want, because like I said, that is the beauty of a blowout. That's how I like my blowout. You can see it's got volume, it's bending in different positions. That's how I like it, and like I said, I can recreate it in no time at all, and it's great. And then from this point on, you can do whatever you want for the next couple of days, because you're still going to have some body and smoothness, but you can put it up in a ponytail, you can do, and it looks really sleek. You can put it up in a bun, you can curl it from this point forward with some dry shampoo and texturizing spray tomorrow and curl it away. You can straighten it completely if you want to. It's up to you, but for me, this is kind of like a favorite go-to style. And when I put more layers in it, it's going to give me even more body up here, because my layers have kind of grown out at this point, but it still works. So I hope that you found this helpful. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, I would love for you to let me know in the comments down below. If you'd like to see other sort of hairstyles, let me know what you'd like to see. I'm not very good with particular hairstyles. I just really like easy, effortless looking hair. That's my go-to look, I think. It's what makes me feel the most myself, I guess. So that's what I like to stick to. So let me know if you enjoyed it and what you want to see next, and I'll see you next time. Bye.